Hey guys, yeah, things have been going down and things look pretty grim, and people have been posting way too much in the group. Like the recent activity when I see in the group, it's been crazy, and it's mostly just about coronavirus, what is going wrong, the updates, different kind of people like sharing whatever they're coming across. So there has been a lot of confusion and just like things are all over the place. But this is true. Things are actually kind of bad. And if you look here, like 127,000 confirmed cases. I'll put the link for this in the description too, so that you can like take a look. Right? I mean, it's better to keep yourself informed. The worst thing that I found here was that most of the people in Germany, like I cannot understand like how ignorant people have been. Like they haven't been handling things better. Like in this case, I like rather find that India kind of like really did a better job of like kind of just stopping everything and quarantining and saying like, yeah, we are not going to do any kind of like risky things afterwards, like suspending the visas and everything. That was like in my opinion a better way of going around this. Even though if you really look at the basic numbers, the number of people dying, the number of young people dying is not that much, right? So like some people might argue that yes, maybe that's a overhyped thing and you shouldn't be doing that at all. But I personally feel that it's like rather better to take precautions than to like do absolutely nothing. If you take a look at most of the German media, like everybody's just trying to downplay it and like it's, yeah, everything's fine and it's not a big problem at all. Whereas if you look at Germany, it's like already like climbing up in the ladder. It's like 2,100 now, and Italy is already at like 13,000 right there. I forgot to show the screen. Yeah, 2,100 here and 13,000. Italy's like kind of really just sitting there. So yeah, things are difficult, things are a bit tight, but it's super important to know that you have to like kind of figure out what do you want to do further, right? I mean, right now you can always just learn more things, develop your skills. This is what you can do, and like these kind of things you can always do online. But as far as the story concerns, that like Indians cannot like fly to Germany or something like that, that is not the situation yet. Like like in India, like people cannot travel to India because most of the travel visas have been suspended, but still Indians who are going abroad, they can still go there. That is not a problem at all. Germany hasn't closed its borders yet, right? So that is an important thing to remember. Another important update for the students who are studying in Germany, TK has put out this coronavirus page so that you can take a look and see what kind of different kind of things they have written. The nice thing about the health insurance in Germany is that most of the things, that whatever happens in the hospital, like it's being taken care of. So like you don't have to worry that, hey, what is going to happen afterwards? Like, will I be covered or will I have to pay some kind of extra money? What is the entire story? So that is not an issue at all. Just type like Techniker Krankenkasse and then go towards coronavirus, and you will be able to kind of figure things out more and see like that they will be able to pay for most of the treatment. I know it from my own like personal experience when I was facing kidney stones, and then the ambulance came and I just had to pay 10 euros to DK for the entire ambulance story. But if you would do it privately, it would easily cost up to like a few €100. So that is the crazy part. So it is nice, the students who are already studying in Germany, that is not a big problem at all. Like you can still be covered in case any kind of thing happens. Your public health insurance has you covered, right? And if you're a student who will be coming to Germany, you have your health insurance, the travel health insurance, if you remember. If you go with Expatrio, you have this Dr. Walter's travel health insurance, and then you have your normal public health insurance, which gets activated once you enroll in the university, right? So both of these things are going to cover you. Like first thing, when you are not enrolled, like that is going to be covered by the travel health insurance, and then the next thing with the public health insurance. So that is the story, guys. And in case like you have any kind of questions whatsoever, I'm able to see the chat. You can like ask the questions now. Another quick thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys was the new system of visa appointment, because like this is not something that has been discussed yet, mainly because this is just a new development. The past years I have been like, not the past years, but like the past months, like I've been working very closely with the German missions and trying to like tell them, you know, what kind of problem is going on. Even if you look at my YouTube channel, it has been crazy filled with all kind of different stories of how like VFS is screwing thing up, right? So just a second, I'll go to the, yeah, so I can show you. I live in Essen, probably one of the worst drug area. Yeah. How is coronavirus situation in Hamburg? Right. So guys, an important thing to understand is like that whenever you're trying to like, you know, make any kind of precautions regarding this coronavirus story, just try to wash your hands regularly. Like these are all of the basic like kindergarten hygiene techniques that we were always hearing, you know, but like really there is kind of no effective way of stopping it. But the fun thing is the graph, if you see here, right? Like the most of the deaths which are happening are above, like, you know, let's say the 49-year-old age group. So most of us young students don't have to worry so much about it. And also like males are kind of like more affected than females. That is also another story. But like I would say that most of you students who are actually like young and are studying here, you don't have to like worry too much about this. No, so don't worry about that part. Like this is going to play its role, and we are all going to see. I've been just like doing a lot of research, and I think like this is a lot more important than kind of just saying, yeah, we'll just see like what happens. This is like, you know, still the early figures. If you see, it's 18th Feb till now, things have changed a lot. But just keep yourself well informed. Take a look at the public different kind of like websites, what are they saying, and look at the news, what have they been saying. Sometimes the police Twitter in Germany, they have been very active. They tell you like, you know, what is going on, or like the these fire department and all of those kind of like public portals, they help you out. The WHO, they're also like trying to do their best. But yeah, so far just wanted to tell you that absolutely not happy how Germany is handling this. I think they have been handling it in the worst possible way, just the same way they were handling the refugee crisis. They're still leaving their borders open. They're still leaving, like, they're still letting everybody come, which is absolute nonsense, when they should be like kind of taking some measures, or at least putting them in quarantine. If you are traveling from, if you're even traveling from anywhere, just like try to isolate yourself for 14 days. But really, they haven't been doing that, which is sad. So if you're traveling, first of all, again, don't worry too much. Just make sure that you're not touching your like eyes, nose, or mouth too much, and you're washing hands regularly. Masks and like these gloves and stuff, these are also important. I had like 10 pieces already way before like this entire story started. I had bought them, and it's been fine. Like there hasn't been a big problem with that. Oh boy, I'm going to put the chat real quick in the screen so that like we can all see what is going on. Just a second. So here, browser, okay, and I'm going to put this. Let's see how it shows up. Alright, so I'm going to like kind of take your questions real quick now, because it's a panicky situation. And let's see what's up. Alright, the Turkey Greece image, just some from the, yeah, it's kind of screwed up. What are the new rules for visa for coming to Germany? So yeah, I forgot to like discuss that. Let me just close it real quick. the best thing about this story is about the new visa appointment system is that the embassy actually acknowledged that there was a big problem going on with the selling of visa slots in Germany, which is now being taken care of. So now you can only apply for visa appointments with your admit letter and your passport. So like that could be conditional or non-conditional, that doesn't really matter. And Wasim Ahmed posted a really nice post like in detail about like, you know, what kind of things have to be done and like how do you get the visa appointment and everything. So like that's super interesting and you should take a look at it. And from my own contact, like who was in one of the German missions in India, they also like confirmed that this is the case and that like now the fake admit letters or like the fake passport bookings for appointments and stuff, that is not going to happen because every single admit letter is going to be verified along with the passport copy, and then you will be given the visa appointment. So it is not possible for these platforms or for these different kind of, you know, education consultancies to kind of like just book visas in bulk and and then sell it to you for like 40,000, 50,000 euros. And I think like this is where we had a really long discussion about these things. So from what Wasim said is like he sent an email on Saturday to the German embassy and they were able to give him appointment like real quick. And maybe like this is the story and maybe like this continues. We will have to see like how people are kind of experiencing this. So from what I also know is like, you know, it's supposed to be the passport copy and not the passport number. So like you have to send an email to them with the passport copy, the admit letter, and then you get the visa appointment, which is like something a lot better and something which is going to be, better in the longer run. Yeah, folks. So let's go back here. Oh boy, this looks crazy. Just a second. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, yeah. So guys, I'm taking a look at the chat now and I had to put this thing inside so that you can also take a look at what kind of like comments I'm reading. Alright, so Mrunal is asking okay. Saminathan is asking, from your post it seems it has been implemented in Mumbai and Delhi, looking forward to implementation in Chennai too. So Saminath, it is going to be implemented all over India. Now it is going to be happening in different kind of stages and stuff, but for now like it is already a great initiative that they are starting and they are acknowledging this, because previously they were not even speaking anything about it. Like everybody was just acting that the problem of visa appointment selling doesn't exist, that the education consultancies are not guaranteeing booking a visa slot for other people, which I found like really nonsense. Would it be okay to apply for masters for this September intake? Absolutely. Trust me, like, you know, I think the worst, if you have to take a look at statistics, take a look at the statistics of this swine flu, which like went absolutely nuts. Let me just show you real quick and we can watch this together, because I think this is a really interesting video. Comparison. Yeah. So I'm going to run this video real quick here so that we can all see. Right. And I'm going to put it a bit too fast. Like if you take a look at the entire thing, like this is again a video from the very starting, which some like person just compiled together. If you take a look, okay, you will see like how worse the swine flu was. Swine flu was like I think 50 million infected, and again like a lot of people like died there. So this is just the story with the starting of the coronavirus and stuff. Now you will see the comparison part. So in the comparison, if you see like the swine flu has been like, was not so bad in the starting, but you will see it picking up soon. Right. So like here, that was the story till that time, but like of course, swine flu picked up, and it was like a crazy, crazy number, and the deaths were a lot more, but still the death rate was around 0.5% all the way. I think, yeah, it stayed that where maybe it came to 10% or something. It was somewhere around that. Till now in coronavirus, they're just saying like around 2 to 3% of yeah, mortality rate. So, you know, I think it is going to pass over for sure. So like there's really no need to panic and like drop your plans of coming to Germany or something like that, because in the longer run that is not going to help at all. Things are going to go back to normal. Things go back to normal always, even after the Spanish flu in 1918, which like kind of killed 1/3 of the population in Europe. Things still went completely fine. So Satyaki is saying examinations are being held under the conditions of maintaining distance. All right, yeah, still nonsense. But what is like the alternative? Because the alternative would be that you have to actually redo an entire semester. This is what I've been hearing from other students too, that in their universities there have been like kind of discussions if they would like the students to redo the entire semester, because like they will have to kind of like quit on the examinations this time, or like they will just have to like kind of pick up again. Yeah. So we'll see. Can I apply this winter intake? Absolutely. I mean, this thing is, like I said, going to again pass over, but like Germany has to handle this better. Like the way they are doing it right now, it's nonsense. Like it's not a good idea at all. Chaitanya is asking, can I go to India on 16th about the quarantine system? Is it true? Chaitanya, I don't think so. Because like even with after 13th March, they have been saying that they wouldn't allow like passengers from Germany and blah blah to come there. So like if you're going from Germany, this is going to be a difficult thing, and I would like advise against it. Like if you're going to any kind of like airport and are just like, you know, traveling at this moment, it is going to be a lot more difficult. And this is also the reason like we had been working so hard on the Airbnb on Alina's project, and we have been working since last 2-3 months, and this is the reason you don't see like a lot of videos or anything like that. And we were also like really looking forward to like kind of like launch the Airbnb, and that like, you know, people come and like they visit us and everything, but that is also not going to happen. So the traveling is like the better way to kind of handle this is to kind of like keep the traveling still a bit to the minimum. So if you can avoid going to India, do that. Saminathan is asking, will there be a delay in admission process due to corona? So Saminathan, right now Germany is not even pretending like it is a big issue, which is horrible. So like of course it is good for most of the other people who are like kind of like having their application stuck, or like the visa process is not happening, because the public servants, they're still going to those offices and they are still working on their stuff, right? Like the visa applications are being processed and your admission applications are being processed. But yeah, it's not that nice. But like right now there hasn't been any kind of delay, right? So that is the story there. I think Pratik said something, Bayern government has postponed the semester beginning by 1 month. All right, that's already a good way to do this. Satyaki is asking, is there any effect on visa applications which are already submitted for summer intakes? No, Satyaki, things are still going completely normal. Like absolutely nothing has happened. Shashwat Shubham is asking, to whom should we mail in order to get the appointment? I need an appointment in July. So there are dedicated email addresses mentioned on VFS. You can take a look at them and apply there. Yeah. All right. Okay, Arjit is asking, what do you suggest if somebody's traveling right now? I really tell you, like, you know, don't be ashamed in using masks. I just find it like really horrible when like people are so scared of doing something different that they would rather just like put themselves in the way of risk than not doing it. Like, get some masks, use them, travel normally. Most of the times, like, you would never even know when it hit you. The best thing you can do is just to like be a bit careful about it. right? So like this is the only thing I would recommend. Like you cannot go into hiding, you cannot go under a cave, you still have to do your normal stuff, but like do that with some kind of precautions. Try to just kind of like limit human contact. I and Alina, we are living on this island, so anyways, like there's no human contact here right now, but the people who are traveling, whatever you're doing, just wash your hands more often, have masks with you, have these one-time gloves, like not your woolen gloves or something like that. There are these one-time gloves which also the doctors use. I use it for cleaning sometimes, and they are actually better. Like at least you're not touching like dirty places and stuff like that. So yeah, this is not going to get better anytime soon, right? Like this is something that all of us have to understand. The only thing you can do is just like be a bit careful about it. So yes, folks, those were just a few things that I wanted to discuss. Just some information regarding the coronavirus story for the students who are studying in Germany. And afterwards, this chat is opening. Yeah, so like some of this from TK, which has been told. Then afterwards, you have some of it here. When you want to take a look at the numbers and stuff. This is not completely accurate again. If you have to kind of like figure out the real numbers, try to just search like coronavirus Germany. It will give you a lot better numbers than this. This is having a lot of delay. So like every kind of number that you're seeing here, it's alright. It's not perfect. No, it's being delayed. The another thing was the visa appointment thing, that this is going to be better if you were thinking about paying some education consultancy, some website, some kind of platform. Don't do it. It is again going to be given completely for free, something I had been talking on this channel and in the Facebook group over and over again. So just write them an email, send your passport copy and admission letter. You will get an appointment as soon as possible. All of the visa appointments though, which were booked till 2021, have all been cancelled, right? So like now this is going to be the entire story again. Yeah, till January 2021 will be cancelled, and everyone will have to book them again through email only by sending admit and passport details. Alright, folks. So that was the story. No, take care of yourself. It's super important right now more than ever. And let's hope like Germany does something. Like Denmark has been put on shutdown too, even though it just had like 600 cases or something. But it's better safe than like kind of overflowing all of your hospitals with people you cannot take care of. So use gloves. Use masks when you're traveling outside, when you're like in front of or like in between a lot of people, because like that is the main way these things spread, right? So be a bit careful. Like don't like completely go into like full panic mode, and also like don't be absolutely ignorant about it, like nothing is going to happen at all, but like just stay somewhere in the middle. Be a bit careful, and take care of your hygiene. Yeah, most probably I'll see you again tomorrow. I'll see how things work out here. We have been working really hard. I mean, I wish I had more time for YouTube and like how things developed and everything, that we could have like talked more, but it's not possible right now. I'll see how things develop further, and I'll keep you guys posted. If not by a video, then maybe via a quick live session. Alright then, guys. Yeah. Thanks a lot for joining in. If you have any kind of questions whatsoever, you can always join the Facebook group and we can discuss things there. For now, take care of yourself, and I'll see you again. Bye.